Hello to everyone. Today I am going to teach about the cultural adaptation. As you know, it's normal process adjusting to a new culture. Everyone must do it. Each individual experiences it a little bit differently. It produces a wide variety of reactions and feelings. It does normally follow certain stages. Not everyone experiences it every stage. Even those who do experience them all may not do so in the same order, within the same time frame or the same degree. There are some stages in the cultural adaptation. The first one is honeymoon stage. In this stage, uh, everyone lets the fun begin usually with the first stage. Experience it immediately upon arrival. Everything seems exciting and new focus is on the sense of success in being in a new culture. There is a high degree of curiosity and interest in the novelty of new surroundings. There exists an appreciation for an anticipation of the opportunities to be found in the new culture. Most people feel energetic, enthusiastic, and positive during this stage. And after this stage, it comes to the next stage, it's called crisis stage. After that, we can experience the recovery stage, and the last one is adjustment stage. Here you can see the different kind of cultural adjustment process. The first one is at home, the anticipation. We can wait with anticipation, going to everywhere, to nowhere, everywhere. The next one is honeymoon phase. The next one is cultural shock or discouragement. Ne- Then it comes to adjustment phase. And the last stage is adaptation phase. And about the next second stage, crisis or the cultural shock stage. This hurts, of course. Primary focus is on the differences between the home culture and the new culture of a foreign language. Uncertainty about how to interact with people in authority and clear ideas about how to make friends with people from the new culture. That's about how to date people from the new or other cultures. Difficulty communicating in the usual way distance for local foods. Encountering strange religious practices, discovering differences in the educational system and classroom etiquette. Disappointment that people in a new culture may become impatient when you do not immediately understand things, finding that some people in the new culture are simply prejudiced against people who are not like them. The next stage is you may have conflicts with other people, or they may be internal. You may begin to struggle with your own values, habits, and preferences. In the context of new culture, you may experience feelings of anxiety, homesickness, loneliness, helplessness, fear for your safety, or confusion about which value you should choose, uncertainty about whether to stay or return home not belonging. After that, we can feel the recovery stage. After spending more time in a new culture, most people begin to resolve some conflicts that they are experiencing and to regain a sense of appreciation that they might have experienced in the first stage. They have learned more about the new culture and are able to better understand both the external and internal resources available to them. During this stage, your feelings are generally a mix of those experienced in the first two stages. And the last one is the adaptation stage. During this stage, you will develop more realistic understanding of both the similarity and differences between your home culture and the new culture, and we will begin gain clearer ideas about what you like and dislike in each. Many people move in different direction of becoming bicultural, being able to value and appreciate aspects of both cultures that they wish to retain or include in their lives. This stage may be characterized by a sense of confidence, maturity, and flexibility and tolerance. After that, then there is one more reverse culture shock after you have become relatively comfortable with a new culture and able to learn, incorporate new attitudes, behaviors, allowing you to function better in a new culture. You may return to your home culture and may discover that both you and home culture have changed, especially if you have been gone for an extended period of time. This can be especially confusing if you were expecting to just return home and find yourself fitting in just as before. And there are some tips to be a successful in a cultural adaptation. The first one is learn about how the US, for example, if you go to the USA, you may learn the USA holidays, practice, and social customs. Spend time in conversation with students and others from the USA. We can use the media, TV, movies, music, newspapers, internet to learn all that you can about local and national news, events, and culture. When uncertain about the inappropriate behavior language in a given situation, check with others. And we can find someone, it's called as a cultural coach, feel uncomfortable to serve as your cultural coach. In this diagram, you can see a cultural adaptations, features of cultural adaptation. Next one is a successful cultural adaptation. Of course, in order to adopt this new culture, everyone is to others. For example, friends, family, and find someone with whom you can share feelings and experiences, develop a new support, stay in contact with friends and family, of course. There are some relationships and connections. It's given casual, friendly, segmentation, love American stay, committed relationship, mutual, and others. And of course, the community also plays a significant role in these stages. In this way, we can respect to each other, responsibility, clearness, rules apply to everyone for benefit of everyone, and privacy and ownership also. And the last tip is we can find the effective way, of course, in order to adapt to new culture, we can find a cultural coach. It may be American people or a student or your in your age you can find that some friends on open, and this person should be open and honest, and it will be some beneficial if we find this people, this person, um, we find it officially, because it's some kind of safe for this kind of people who goes to foreign